Yes, and everyone here who's sharing in this wonderful award. I was thrilled and overwhelmed when Don Shapiro asked me to introduce him this evening for his acceptance of the Honorable William J. McCloud Award. He is truly deserving of this recognition for his outstanding contributions to the family court. I was so honored that he asked me to share this special occasion with him. After he called me, I asked him to provide me with some information about his professional and personal life. Donald was born in Elizabeth, New Jersey in 1952. He was the youngest of 3 children. Neither of his parents graduated high school, and he graduated from Jefferson High School in 1970. An Elizabeth boy. I'm an Elizabeth girl, so I understand this. He attended C.W. Post College in Long Island and graduated in 1974 with a degree in political science. He returned to Elizabeth and began working for the Welfare Board in 1975. Don started his career with the family court in 1979. He was a probation officer, and within a year he was writing reports for best interest investigations. He started demonstrating his talent as a mediator and found that he was able to settle most of the cases which were referred to him. He is currently the primary family court mediator in Union County. He mediates cases in the FM, FD, FG, and FN. I didn't even know there was an FN docket. Don coordinates the parent education workshop. He's a domestic violence hearing officer. He helped develop the juvenile referee program in Union County, as well as their consent conference program. He serves as a trainer and judicial resource on issues related to child support. He has worked on the current version of the best practice manual for the parent education program. He serves as a trainer for the mediation and advanced mediation training sponsored by the Administrative Office of the Courts. As you can see, his professional accomplishments are quite exemplary. He has lived in Cranford for 22 years, and he's been married to his lovely wife, Nancy Lebarsky, whom I met on a wonderful evening at a restaurant in Westfield, for 27 years. Nancy has her doctorate and is the superintendent of the Bethlehem Township School District. They have 3 wonderful children, and I'm sure they're very proud of Dad. Meg is receiving her master's in social work from Fordham University this May. She's married to Matt. Jesse's pursuing his master's in public administration at Kane University, and Gregory's attending Vassar for his undergraduate degree, but is currently studying in Peru. And I need to find out the story about that. That sounds interesting. Donald serves on the board of Jewish Family Services. He's an avid skier and began snowboarding at age 50. Hurrah for you. A favorite activity he continues to enjoy. Now, I consider Donald a friend and a colleague. Although our paths have crossed many times over the years, it was my working with him on a particularly contentious and heated divorce case that opened my eyes to the scope of what he does on a daily basis. In my case, the parties were fighting over everything, including their 3 children. I thought it would be helpful if we could resolve the custody and parenting issues to get that out of the case. And the other attorney actually agreed. So I called up Donald and I said, "Can you do this mediation?" Of course he said yes, without hesitation, even after I told him, as delicately as I could, that the clients were impossible and he would have his hands full. That did not stop him from taking on that job. Well, he did it. He did an amazing job. Somehow he managed to settle the custody and parenting time issues, and although the case still had to be tried, it was only over the property and the money, and we didn't have to deal with the issues regarding the children. He worked his magic that time on so many occasions thereafter. He has this incredible ability, and I don't know how to explain it. He appeals to something in these litigants that somehow convinces them to put aside this animosity and bad feelings, and they remember why they're really there. And that is generally to try to enter into an agreement that's the best for their children, in their best interest, and not for themselves. That's such an incredible thing. I don't even know how he does it. I look at him and I just can't even believe it. It's just, I think it's amazing. It's a quality that I can't even put a name on it. But whatever it is, you do it so well. I believe this is magic. I consider it truly magic, and I'm always amazed that he's continued to make such a difference in the lives of litigants time after time. I know he's made a change and a difference in my life, because whenever I refer to him a case, he's always able to do something wonderful with it. Even if it can't be resolved totally, he gives it some flavor that makes it always seem so much better at the end. His dedication and compassion are reflected in the tremendous job he does for the family court in his various capacities. I extol his virtues whenever possible, and to whoever will listen, and possibly, and I always have a case ready for his special attention, and he never says no. Never. No matter how bad it could be, no matter how difficult the people may be, never says no. And that is what makes him so truly special, in addition to his capacity to just dig in and just pull out the best in people. Donald, I want to extend my congratulations on your receiving this award, and to once again thank you on behalf of myself, the Union County Bar Association, and the bench for your unwavering service and dedication, which are appreciated beyond words. Thank you. Please come. And now I get to read the plaque. It's the 20th annual William J. McCloud Award. It's presented to Donald J. Shapiro, who's most deserving. Your capacity to bring out the best in people has benefited not only the families, but also the bench and bar in Union County. Your innate wisdom and endless patience have helped achieve reasonable solutions during difficult circumstances. You have touched many people's lives in a positive and uplifting way. From the Union County Bar Association today, March 8, 2011. Congratulations. It's a beautiful plaque. He deserves it so much.
Good evening. I'd like to thank everyone for coming and welcome you here. I would like to thank the Union County Bar Association for this great honor. I would like to thank those who nominated me, as well as my friends and family who have come out to support me tonight. I have had the good fortune to have known and worked with most of the past recipients and feel honored to have joined their ranks. I always wanted to be a lawyer, and this makes me appreciate being honored by the legal community all the more. I would not be here without the help of my wife, Dr. Nancy Lebarsky, who is the superintendent of schools here in New Jersey. Here also are two of my children, Jesse and Meg. My other son, Gregory, is currently in Bolivia and could not be here. My son-in-law, Matt, could not be here either. He's on for an interview for a new job, which is a better task. I've worked for the family court for over 30 years. From the first day, I knew it was where I wanted to be. I started my career in public service at the Welfare Board. I never quite felt comfortable in my role there. Sometimes I helped people, but sometimes my job required me to make decisions that negatively impacted their lives. Working for the court, I always felt that I was able to wear a white hat. Every day I have the opportunity to help people either by settling their cases, answering their questions, or bending the bureaucracy to respond to their needs. Because I am at first an experienced bureaucrat, I often hold the keys to the kingdom, so to speak. You can help people navigate the world that looks so foreign and scary to them. I am not a lawyer, so I'm not an expert in family law, but after 30 years I am an expert in family court. Give me a fact pattern, I will tell you what will happen with reasonable accuracy. Tell me which judge will hear the case, and my accuracy improves. In most of the cases I settle, the agreement comes from a soft conversation, not a heated confrontation. I'm able to connect with people and they trust me. While the law is gender neutral, mediators understand that mothers and fathers approach parenting from different perspectives. The less psychic energy that is given to the conflict, the more parents are emotionally available to parent. When I deal with their emotional needs and ensure that their ongoing relationships with their children will be protected, I usually settle the case. I believe a settled case is always in the best interest of the children because it allows scarce financial and emotional resources to be directed towards the children and not towards the ongoing conflict. Most of the people I see are in family conflicts and have no idea how to resolve them. I work on custody cases, visitation cases, child support cases, college tuition cases, child removal cases, domestic violence cases, and for the last few years I've also mediated DIFAS cases. What all these cases have in common is that the individuals need to be heard and have their lives placed back on track, either through the awarding of money or the resolving of a relationship. I picked Linda to introduce me because she is familiar with my work, and I have probably settled more of her cases than any other lawyer. But some cases are more challenging. I like to think back to the first time I settled a Kathy Esterbrooks case, and then I knew I had arrived. main point I want to make is not how good I am or how good I think I am, but I am not unique. 90% of the people who come to our court never see a judge. They come for justice, and it winds up being just us. As court employees, I am one of many who work diligently to serve the court, the public, the legal community, and I am grateful that some of my coworkers came here tonight. They include my Family Division Manager, Edgar Sepulveda, and Assistant Division Managers, Agnes Akema and Naomi Miranda. Without their help, I could not do my job. Now a few statistics. I've got to sell the courts here. Nationally, we collected $5.8 billion in child support. New Jersey alone collected $1.3 billion. That means 22% of all the money that came in nationally came to New Jersey. The great majority of all this money went directly to custodial parents. That's not people that are on welfare. That's custodial parents caring for their children, which means the money went to your clients. Union County alone collected $78 billion last year and processed over 2,200 divorces. When you call to schedule or adjourn a court date, get a balance on arrears, find out what happened to an order, or schedule a case for mediation with me, you will find all of us trying to help you. At a time when public employees appear to be treated as the cause of many problems in New Jersey, we continue to help people, find solutions, and try to save the state money in the process. Finally, I want to speak about a group of professionals I belong to. They have the title of AS4s. It's a strange title, but encompasses a great deal. Around the state of New Jersey, we are the family court mediators, the child support hearing officers, the domestic violence hearing officers, the juvenile referees, and the presenters at parenting workshops. We obtain agreements, recommend orders, hear cases, and preach the gospel of settlement. In family court especially, we are oftentimes the just us. As a group, we are instrumental in moving a great majority of cases as they come through the family court. I am grateful that I have a career from which I have derived so much satisfaction and have been able to help people. Now I've gained the recognition from my peers. Thank you.
Good speech, though.
At this time, I'd like to remind everybody about the upcoming events on